Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a peaceful ride up a river through some waterfalls and looking at some GoPro 11 as well as some HDZero DVR footage. We'll be talking about how we shot these shots and some issues that I had. But first, let's relax to the peaceful sounds of the river and take a meditative ride. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at some DVR footage and talk about the flight path, how I'm aiming the antennas, some line of sight issues, and really just the general setup of these shots. Over here you can see there I am standing here and I'm facing my directional antennas towards the waterfall, and I'm going to kind of move my head around slightly, but I'm mostly going to be aiming in this general direction. Right here I'm trying to get a shot behind the falls. It actually is quite windy right there and the quad was getting pretty wet, so I decided to bail out. Now in order to get a better overview of the river and valley that we're flying, I decided to fly up to the mountain behind and get a nice view of the landscape. Now this is a nice view here. We see some Norwegian mountains and fjords, and way off in the distance you see the Atlantic Ocean. This is a truly amazing place to fly, and since we're already up here, let's do a little bit of mountain surfing. Now this pile of rocks you see on the top is called a Varda, and it's where the hikers write their names and say that they were there, but we don't have time for that, so we're going to cruise right back down the mountain and get back to planning our river valley run. Now as we start to get down here, I'm going to be losing signal, and this is because I am now flying to the side of my antennas and also behind a lot of trees, so I got to cruise back up the river and take a look at what I'll be flying. And now I've flown past myself, and this is going to be my limit here, again due to the thick forest. So now I kind of know the limits of the line of sight, and I can really start to work on my river run. So I'm going to do a scouting mission down here, getting close, and I'm going to be looking for any obstacles. As we dive down in here, and right now I'm looking for branches or rocks or anything that could be in the way of me doing a good run. And we come to the waterfall, and I didn't really see any major obstacles. We'll go ahead and just try to capture some cool shots. Right here I'm just doing a reverse shot. These backward shots always look cool, but you really have to know what's behind you because you don't want to fly directly into a tree and fall into the river. So now I'm going to cruise back down, again looking for some really rough spots or any obstacles, and I didn't see anything, so let's hit it. We're going to drop right in here, and we're going to try to get really close to some sticks on the left hand side here. And boom, there goes one right there. Curve up through here, hit this waterfall, and come here to our masterpiece prime shot. Boom, there it is. What a beautiful waterfall. Okay guys, so earlier in the video I said I would explain to you why I have some image shake in my DVR, and it's not actually a tuning issue, but instead it's caused by the lens. In these two examples, you see I have a Cadex Polar 1.6 lens and a Runcam RC5L lens. Now the Runcam lens has nice smooth video, no shakes, but if you look at the Cadex Polar, it's got this weird wavy shakiness to it. And the only thing different from these two videos is in fact the lens. So that's really strange. I haven't figured out why that is, but just figured I would share it with you guys here. Okay, so for these last shots, I'm actually flying through the woods, and bear in mind I'm flying a 7-inch quad, so it's a little bit tight and it's hard to navigate through this scraggle, as it's often referred to, but I do find this really neat shot coming out of the woods and down towards the waterfall, but I feel like I can do better, so I go on some exploratory missions, and I'm kind of just flying through the different brush and the scraggle and trying to find any path through, and it's a little challenging, but it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys do this sort of flying, but it's a total blast to try to fly a quad through tight forest like this. But again, this is a 7-inch quad, so it's a little bit different. The only real benefit of a big heavy 7-inch quad is it just plows through the sticks. It doesn't get caught up in branches, it just chops them to hell and you keep on going, so that's pretty cool. And it's a pretty stable quad too, so you can see I'm flying pretty slow and I'm just kind of making my way through the woods here. As we come around here, you can see how I'm standing. I'm facing my directional antennas forward, and all of the flights I'm doing right now are behind the directional antennas, which is why I'm getting such lousy signal in certain areas. With HDZeros, it breaks up, but for me, I find it pretty easy to fly through the breakup, so it's not that big a deal. And when stuff gets really bad, like right here, you just kind of punch out and find safety. So anyway, hoping that this DVR footage and this cool river shots with the GoPro 11 were interesting for some of you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy the channel, support it. Super appreciated. I know I don't post a lot of stuff, but it takes me a long time to edit these videos, and I don't have a ton of free time. Anyway, guys, until next time, Giant Cowboy signing out. See ya.